I've made many investments in my life. Some good, some bad, and a few extraordinary. But the investment that changed me forever, the one that shaped my future, my philosophy, and ultimately my wealth, wasn't a stock. It wasn't a company. It wasn't even real estate. It was something far more powerful, and far more overlooked. Let me take you back to where it all began. Early life. I was born in Omaha, Nebraska in 1924. A middle-class kid with no silver spoon, no connections, and no guarantee of success. What I did have was curiosity. I devoured books, anything I could find. But as I grew older, life became harsher. I studied math, then became a meteorologist for the military. Then I clawed my way into Harvard Law School. By my early 30s, I had a family to support, and I was broke. Not, I need a little help, broke. I mean truly broke. I worked long hours as a lawyer, billing my life in tiny increments. 6 minutes here, 8 minutes there, and I hated it. Deep down, I knew, if I kept trading hours for dollars, I would never build real wealth. The advice that changed me. One day, a mentor told me words I would never forget. Charlie, you're not going to get rich working for someone else. That line stuck like a nail in my mind. He was right. Law was honest work, but it was a trap. If I wanted freedom, financial and intellectual, I had to invest. But I didn't rush into stocks. I didn't chase hot tips. I didn't gamble. Instead, I made the most important investment of my life. The investment in my mind. I invested in myself, not in the motivational slogan way. I mean, I literally poured almost every spare dollar and every spare minute into building a better mind. I read everything: psychology, economics, biology, mathematics, engineering, physics, history, Stoic philosophy, human behavior, thousands of books, endless hours, no entertainment, just learning. I realized something powerful. If I could understand the world better, I could make better decisions. And if I could make better decisions, wealth would follow naturally. This led me to develop what I later called the latticework of mental models, a system of broad, cross-disciplinary knowledge that helped me see reality more clearly than the average investor. That decision to build a mind that could think for itself was the greatest investment I ever made. The first real opportunity. After years of learning and sharpening my thinking, the world finally opened a door. It was the early 1960s. The economy was shaky. People were scared to invest. But fear creates opportunity. Because I understood cycles, incentives, and human behavior, I saw something others missed. Undervalued real estate. Everyone else saw risk. I saw mispricing. So I bought properties at bargain prices, not because I was lucky, but because I was prepared. That first investment multiplied my net worth. Then I bought another property. And another. Soon, I was making more money part-time investing than full-time as a lawyer. That was when I said to myself, I never want to work for hourly wages again. Becoming a full-time investor. My success in real estate gave me confidence, but it also proved that the years I spent building my mind were not wasted. So I left law, and I launched my own investment partnership. The results were extraordinary. For years, I delivered annual returns near 20%. But the secret wasn't the stocks I picked. It was the thinking process behind them. I wasn't trying to get rich quickly. I wasn't predicting the future. I wasn't following the crowd. I simply applied a lifetime of mental models to find clear, simple, logical opportunities. That mindset soon attracted another investor, one who thought a lot like me. Meeting Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett and I grew up in the same city, but we didn't meet until later in life. When we finally did, it felt like destiny. Warren once said meeting me was like finding a soulmate. But truth be told, we sharpened each other. And I challenged him. Back then, Warren focused heavily on buying extremely cheap companies, even if they were terrible businesses. I told him, Warren, it's far better to buy a wonderful business at a fair price than a fair business at a wonderful price. Where did that insight come from? not Wall Street. It came from decades of reading psychology, engineering, biology, from understanding how great systems survive over time. That idea transformed Berkshire Hathaway from a bargain hunting firm into one of the greatest investment empires in history. My life philosophy. The lessons I learned from that early investment in my mind became my life philosophy. 1. The world rewards clear thinking. Most people make decisions based on emotions. I didn't. 2. Avoid being a man with a hammer. If you only have one tool, you'll misuse it. So I collected hundreds of mental models. 3. Read like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. 4. When you see an opportunity, act decisively. Luck favors the prepared mind. 5. Be patient. Big money comes from waiting, not trading. 6. Invest in your brain before your wallet. It pays the highest return possible. The legacy. When people look at my life, the billions, the partnership with Warren Buffett, the success at Berkshire Hathaway, they often ask, what was your greatest investment? And they expect me to name a stock. Coca-Cola, See's Candy, BYD, something like that. But the truth is far simpler. The best investment I ever made was the investment I made in myself, in my knowledge, my discipline, and my ability to think clearly. Everything else flowed from that. In conclusion, so if you want my advice, from one lifetime learner to a future one, here it is. Don't chase shortcuts. Don't chase trends. Don't try to get rich fast. Instead, build a mind so powerful that when opportunity arrives, you recognize it instantly. Because opportunities come and go, but the prepared mind wins.